I'm Lori. Welcome to my apartment. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about, I guess, my recovery. In 3 days I'll have 4 years sober. And I guess like physically and in the world I'm stable, definitely, which is good, but I feel like I should be further along, I guess. And I think I've talked about it in other podcasts where, I don't have a car, my license, and it's kind of a financial challenge just because I've avoided it somewhat. I think I have some fear of driving now, but I think I could get past it because I do have a history of being a sane driver. But anyway, I guess in my recovery, I've focused mainly on relationships, and I wanted to make sure I had a relationship with my higher power, and to kind of deepen and further that, and also I wanted to heal the relationship between me and my children. And I've kind of focused mainly on that, and I've avoided the intimate relationships mostly in sobriety, which but I've noticed that I follow along old patterns when I attempt to do that. So I will relate to the person like they're another person from my past, and then I kind of wake up out of it and realize that I'm doing that. And everybody kind of knows that, like your brain makes associations and all that. But mine's even, I've noticed, on a deeper level. Like there'll be times where all of a sudden I am attracted to someone, and so I will engage more with them to kind of to see if it's a thing or not. But it's weird because I feel like it's just I don't know exactly how to get out of it because it's actual like cycles in time. And I had a period of time where I was what I would call a dry drunk, and I'm older too. And I didn't think my real run, I guess is what they call it, it was about 7 years in alcoholism. Now I did drink a lot, but like a full blown alcoholic was about 7 years. And there's I'm into Jesus, yes, but I'm into like astrology and energies because I can feel them. And I've just noticed patterns, and I may study them more, but like there'll be a time where I move to get into like dating or a relationship or even a sexual relationship, but it's in a cycle of time. And if I follow along with that, I kind of repeat patterns. Like there was one person I was attracted to, and it ended up to be where he didn't want to talk to me, which is fine. But that was a pattern like from like when I was 19 that happened, and I just kind of woke up. It kind of hit me what was going on, and I was kind of stunned because I felt like I was doing God's will, and my sponsor's like, no, you weren't. But like in the relationship I'm in now, I feel like I'm following the suggestions except for like one, but just kind of taking it slowly. But like I had like an instance where I kind of see that I'm following patterns, and I want to do something differently. So I don't end up turning this relationship into something like the past relationship. And it's really hard to explain unless you're a person that has seen it and done it, and you're the one that's in the experience. It's hard to see, but like the pattern that I see in my current relationship is a lot like a pattern from an old relationship, as far as getting upset and having distance, like physical distance, and not being able to see each other on days, and only being able to see each other at certain times. That is all an old pattern. And I don't really understand exactly what's going on and how that is even happening. I want to change the pattern so it goes smoothly, but I don't even know how to explain my viewpoint and what I'm seeing exactly, and I don't know how to do that. If I just kind of surrender, I guess, to what's happening, I just feel like it's going to play out like an old relationship. So I feel like I should do something, but I don't know what that something is. But I know that I know if I want something to change, then I have to do something differently, or seek out somebody else's perspective. But like, I can't control the other person and all the physical things that are going on around, like what I can't control exactly what happens. I mean, I can't always control my reactions. Can't always respond. So sometimes I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but I realize it's just the old thing that I used to do. I feel like I'm standing up for myself, setting boundaries, what I should be doing. But then I kind of get the same results. So kind of a place where I don't know what to do. So I ask my higher power for guidance, but I don't know. It just feels like maybe there's like even a higher power or something that could guide me, because this just all looks like empty patterns to me. So, like, from one perspective. So like, I'm questioning myself, how much do I have a projection on this man that I'm dating? And am I seeing him clearly? Am I seeing him as himself? Or is this just like an internal process that's going on? I don't know, but I don't want to cause any harm or anything like that. So I don't know exactly what to do. Now, I've avoided relationships, but then it just kind of comes up and it feels like it's time. And I guess the clearest way that I could show this, or to have people understand what I'm talking about, is, have you ever noticed that a lot of people get married at the same time, like within the same month? That all happens. Like, maybe they've been together a short time, maybe they've been together a long time, something like that, but then there's a lot of people that get married. I feel like, and I'm really empathic, and it's weird because, like, sometimes I'll have like a pull like that, and I can even feel like a wedding ring on my finger, and it's really strange. And I try to figure out what's going on there. But I kind of feel like it's really an internal process, like a marrying of something internally. But other people feel it, and they feel like it's external. Like between like a man and a woman, when it's like an internal, like spirit and soul or something, combining like a union within, but it's felt and it's projected outward. But I'm not sure. These are my own theories from my own life. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on. I just, like in my life, I don't want to just feel like I'm doing God's will, go through life, and then just really be doing the same patterns. That's not a new life. Maybe I see it from a different perspective, but it's it's pretty much the same thing, even though it's a little bit different. Maybe I live in a different place, but I move at the same time, like as I did 5 years ago, it's the same month or something. So it's just a cycle in the universe or something, and we're just not awake to it. But I want to be awake to it. And I don't know if it's possible to do anything completely differently. It looks like people are, but I don't know. I'm not them. And I try to ask just to kind of see, but I didn't know exactly. Like, I first got an instance, but I just thought it was a repeat from like when I was 19. And so that would have been at the time probably a 30-year cycle or something like that. So like I try to talk, and like one person, they kind of understood, but I didn't know the times, like during this 5-year cycle, and sometimes they're 3 years and sometimes 10 or something, but a lot of times it seems like it's 5s, and I don't really understand that completely. So maybe I'll have a different theory. I know there's something with like the way the planets move, but I'm not really skilled in that. But I think I need to learn more about that. And it's a different perspective. It feels like it's a higher perspective. I don't feel like it's the most high, I guess. But I know like DNA is patterns, and they're patterned a certain way. I don't know. I know that this is the lens that I'm looking through right now, but it kind of hit me. I don't know that I pursued it. Like, it kind of came to me, which other people, they don't agree completely with astrology. But I know that I've met one person recently, and I think that she could understand what I'm talking about. Because I'm not sure that everybody can, or maybe I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, hopefully, people that see this will understand that there's just feel like there's cycles, and sometimes we're blind to them, but then we kind of wake up out of them, and just know, like, when I have a feeling and it feels like it's from God and an urge, and all the signs show me that, I see signs and everything that I should do this, but then I notice it's a repeating pattern, and I don't know if it's just a chance to do something differently, or what exactly. So, I think that I can, but if I can hold this perspective, but it's really hard to hold a perspective because, I go to work, and then I don't have time to decompress. I have other things to do. I can't just sit around and think about myself constantly and what my patterns are. It's supposed to be let go and let God, but I see it, and I feel like I was shown it. So, but yeah, it feels like it's in groups of 5, like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and yeah, and the thing is like, I know what my patterns are, and I know what the next pattern is, like with relationships. And so I don't know. Like I just want to do something differently. So we'll see. So hopefully I can update this and not be on, I don't know, I guess like a wheel or a merry-go-round, which I'm sober, so that's different. So not everything, but I'm just talking about like I've seen it in my job, I've seen it in relationships, like a repeating pattern, like a 5-year cycle. Um, so round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. All right, love you guys. Bye.